Because like the bad thing, because my lighting is so shitty that like it does like this weird cast under the eye. Maybe like you can see like right there.
I'm glad I look better than usual.
You look like Elton John. You know who Elton John is?
Yes, I love Elton John. Do I?
You look like Elton John. Because he always like he has his hair back like that, or he's got like the little short bangs that are like right there.
Yeah. Oh, I love him.
Do you want to say your name?
No. Nobody needs to know what I am.
So this is for them to see what you are.
Okay.
This is
maybe,
Eliza.
Maybe if I... No.
No, you look like a librarian. Did you ever see an extremely goofy movie?
Is it the Goofy one?
There's the Goofy movie, and then there's like the extremely goofy movie. The extremely goofy movie is where Max goes to college.
Ooh, I think
And then like Goofy starts having a crush on that librarian. Like that librarian.
Voldemort version, though, of that hot dog librarian.
That hot dog. Was she a dog? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's a dog unless Goofy's going interspecies here. No shame. No shame.
This is Eliza. Eliza's the babu of my friend group. How old are you? I know your age.
I keep thinking I'm 15. I'm 16 now.
There you go. Okay. So you're legally old enough to have a job. You just don't want one.
No, I want one, but then we have to get a car, and we can't.
Oh yeah. You get a job in town. That Subway down there's hiring. Go walk to it.
No, they won't let me walk anywhere.
Oh.
Remember, we had to ask permission to walk down the street.
Oh yeah. Then walk down the other block and back.
Mm-hmm.
Soon you'll be 18. Then you can move in with me. Not here. I'll probably have my own apartment.
Yeah.
But do you want to say how you identify? Or
Boy, do
are you
I
not
even
sure?
know. Boy.
Or like, because I know before that you were like, sometimes like you're just unsure in general. Like, because before you said you thought like maybe I'm a trans boy.
I was
Trans
trans
boy.
at first.
Yeah. Well, because
that
you know
was
the whole trans
interesting.
umbrella.
I was transgender.
Boo.
Famale tamale.
Anyways.
Anyways.
Yeah.
And I was actually the youngest in our friend group to be trans.
Yeah.
So it was pretty terrifying being so young. And then trans is like,
I didn't like say anything until I was like 3 months into being 17. Did I ever say anything? And it was accidental, and I made a video about me accidentally coming out to like, a whole bunch of Christian kids.
Anyways, my whole identification is gender fluid, but I actually found out recently. Onward's coming. I found out recently how my gender fluidity works, and it's pretty sure it's just because I'm special, right up there. And so I'm gender fluid and novosexual, which novosexual.
I've never heard novosexual. What is that?
Let me tell you.
I've never heard of it.
Novosexual is. I didn't know what it. I was it before I knew what it was, so it wasn't just like, you know.
Yeah.
You're like,
some people like you feel better whenever you actually find a label. Like some people like you don't need to label yourself, but like,
it feels better because
yeah.
you can identify with it and you feel like you kind of belong to it. But anyways,
that's why I like the word queer, because like I like that better.
Novosexual is literally the gender fluid of sexuality.
Oh, okay.
So one day you're like girls, and then the other you're like boys, and then sometimes you're like none of them, and then sometimes you're like give me all of them at once.
Oh, okay.
And so basically I'm an extremely unstable person is what this is all telling me, because my gender fluidity depends on my novosexuality.
Okay.
And they depend on each other. So if one day, if I'm like feeling more attracted to guys, which can literally be influenced by anything. It can be influenced by, it's like me seeing someone or watching something or reading something. Literally anything. Just the flip of a penny, because I'm too poor for dimes.
You should have a YouTube channel. You'd be good at this. You're better than I am.
Thank you. So if I'm like more attracted to a guy, usually if I'm feeling more attracted to a guy, then I'll identify as a guy. And if I'm feeling more attracted to a woman or women of the general, then I feel more like a girl. So either way, I just can't be straight. I'm just never gonna be straight. I'm a squiggle. Yeah.
That's how Chase described it. Chase described himself as a squiggle because like, he doesn't really know how to put it in us. You're the reason what made me question my like general gayness, believe it or not. Like just being like straight gay. Straight, yes, my being straight gay.
Dude, straight up gay. Oh, I told my friend straight up, not straight.
Like, you're one of the main reasons, like, I started thinking, like, maybe I do like other people besides just guys. And then now I just think, like, I like anybody. I like someone for being themselves.
Yeah. I like personality, like,
Yeah.
number one.
Until I start thinking, like, if I'm with a woman who has traditional, I don't like these, stereotypical lady parts, and I think I have to get down
traditional.
to, yeah, like, I get down to having to think of, like, I'm gonna have to mess with that. And like, I start getting really scared. And it's not like, you know how people have repulsion to genitals?
Mm-hmm. So, like, asexual?
I guess. I don't know.
I mean, that's the only...
Yeah.
You're
But
asexual.
I think of having to... I'm not...
You're just a woman. You're a womanal.
I'm not repulsed by it. I'm just scared.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like the same reason of, like, not wanting to hold a baby. Like, I'm scared of not knowing what to do with the baby.
I don't want to hold a baby, because if I'm holding a baby, that baby's probably mine, and I don't want a baby, so I ain't holding no babies.
But, so you're just fluid in every way, pretty much, with anything.
Completely unstable. This morning, usually, and it gets to a point where it's really weird. I'm just a really sad excuse of a human being.
No.
Because sometimes it gets to a point where it's not even like, oh, just them, they.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not even to where it feels like, oh, I'm neither boy nor girl. Sometimes it gets to the point, and usually it does, if I'm, like, more alone, where I feel like nothing.
Yeah,
And
that's just the void of my life. It's
Yeah.
just feeling that, like, oh, wow, that's empty.
And I've been like that for most of spring break. And then this morning I read some fan fiction, and now I'm gay.
Okay. Now you're gay. Like, even with you, if I'm just talking about you to my family or something, I never want to... I know, like, you're not big on this. You're saying, like, whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. But I never want to offend you if I say like, he or she. So that's why I'll just immediately go to they first.
That's so funny because
without having to think about it.
I'm such a submissive person that literally I'm...
You say you're submissive, but you tackled me on the bed and wouldn't let me get up. Not. It was a few weeks ago. You had me on your bed.
We were fighting.
You were trying to tickle me.
We
and, like,
were wrestling.
Wrestling. You kept like cramming your fingers underneath the back of my knee.
Oh yeah, because I was tickling you. It was a
and
tickle
then you
wrestle
straddled
party.
me.
It's a tickle. It's a maneuver.
I told you, like, what would your grandma say if she walked in and saw us like this? We were watching Rick and Morty, and then you started tickling me.
She does walk in without asking.
You know, my first sexual experience happened from tickling.
I know. I
talk about gender-wise or sexuality-wise, or
feel like there was.
There's always something more, and then you forget it like that.
Always, yeah, because we started talking about your weird tickle party fetishes and all that.
Excuse me?
Well, oh yeah, that's what I was saying before you start talking about your weird fetishes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually so submissive and like I don't like form enough of my own will, I'll call it, to where I rely on other people. Like if someone sees me more as like a girl or a guy, I depend on them to call me that so I can sort of find my place there. It's really weird and really sad, but that's why I tell people like whatever you want to say, because I feel a million times more comfortable than them being like, oh, what are you? And I'm like, oh, I don't even know, man.
I do that at work because like I feel like I say like, yeah, I'll stand up or whatever, and then someone questions me at work, like, I don't know, whatever. Because like, I deal with like a bunch of old countrymen coming into the gas station, and like someone will call me son and buddy, and someone will say, "You." I remember that. I'm like, yes. I remember that. I'm like, yes. But so my experience with high school was different than yours because you came like, when did you like officially like come out generally like?
I don't have anyone to come out to. You talking about
did
like?
You do it like in high school? Like, okay, whenever you just like said it randomly, because like, I came out in high school.
What?
About saying anything about gender or sexuality.
I know the sexuality because I'm pretty sure the sexuality because I didn't even know it existed.
Sorry, my sexuality was all over the place. Like, from middle school to high school, it was everywhere. And my parents kept thinking like, "You sure this time?" I'm like, maybe.
Maybe. I think maybe close to the middle of freshman year was when I was like, whenever I found out about the term.
I started talking to you middle of your freshman year.
Yeah, you did. Well,
I started sitting at your table.
We met at the beginning of the year, I think, because you were talking to my friend, and then I wanted. It was so funny because I wanted to talk to you so bad, but I'm super nervous and I was terrified. So I would always just sit with you and my friend and just kind of let you guys talk and just try to find like an appropriate way to like slip something in. And then as it went, you guys aren't really friends anymore, and then now we're like best buds.
Yes.
Which is so funny because I look back to then, I'm like, I was terrified to do a thing.
Same with talking to a guy. Like, I get really nervous talking to a guy. That, like, it just sounded like a crush talk. Like, I was so nervous I don't know who to talk to.
No, that's just how I get with trying to approach anybody.
And to me, it depends on the person. Like, if it's someone I think looks popular, then I don't want to talk to them. Like, I'm scared to talk to them.
Yeah.
But if it's someone like you, then I don't feel scared to talk to you.
Nobody's scared to talk to me. Oh, I think the people
I nearly fell off my chair.
Good job.
My big butt.
Okay, I don't want to talk about your tickle party fetishes. I don't want to talk about your big butt. Those are no-nos. I don't know. I really look up to, like, more mature people. And
You better not be talking about me because I'm not mature.
Well, you're older.
That don't mean I'm mature.
Well, you were, like, 18 when I was 15.
Yes.
So that's still pretty, like...
I'm 19 now, you're 16. Do I look like I look like a 12-year-old boy. But do I act grown up? I know how to act like an adult. I don't know how to act grown up.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Well, I just, like, think about, like, out of my friends, you were the more mature. And I was, like, sick of it.
The rest of your friends were, like, acting like they knew how to speak Japanese or were into certain things. Like, you know what I'm talking about.
I think so.
Sat right here to the table. To me.
Yep. Lots of that.
Yeah, because, like, you still have, like, the rest of high school to come out. So, like, experience the rest of that.
Which there will be no experiences, I can guarantee you that.
Like, I really just experienced everything mostly during my senior year. Because that was whenever I was like, I'm actually going to show everybody, because I was scared to do it every other year. But, my thing, like, I first started coming out in every way in middle school.
I came out in all directions.
I exploded and then I imploded. Like, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Just a giant supernova of nervousness and anxiety.
Like, mine was first saying, like, hey, mom and dad, I think I'm a lesbian. And then I had a boyfriend. I'm like, I think I'm bisexual. Then, I think I'm transgender. Okay, I don't think I am. Okay, maybe I really am. Maybe I'm a gay man. I think I like everybody. It just
but
kept
nobody
going
likes
on.
me. I never came out. I only told my friends that one time. You might have been there. I was like, well, turns out I'm novosexual. And they're like, what? Because nobody knows what it is except for the novosexuals.
I came out I came out, like, not officially, secretly as transgender to my mom during, I want to say it was the very end of my sophomore year. And I remember I was crying to my mom and everything.
Aww.
I was such a baby. Because, like, I was scared. I didn't know how my mom was going to react. But the summer started, and I started hanging out with my friends over the summer. And I saw one of my friends in a tank top, and I started questioning everything.
The dreaded tank top.
Oh, yeah.
The big boy changer.
I'd only ever, like, okay, for some reason, just seeing more of the shoulder made me really think about it.
This is why schools have to cover that up.
Yeah. Because I started thinking about it.
Because everybody's going gay now. See a little bit of that shoulder. It's like, whoo. Give me some of that shoulder.
Then I started wearing tank tops more. And then she started talking to me. But,
you have a crush on someone.
Start wearing tank tops.
Start wearing a tank top. Just, you'll be clear for landing.
whenever I got my first boyfriend, I like clamped back up. I was like, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to ruin this.
Oh yeah.
I don't want anything else to happen. So I'm gonna say like, yeah, I'm just a tomboy and I'm probably bisexual.
Yeah.
And then everything.
That didn't last long.
And yeah, it lasted 6 months. And then everything fell apart. And then I accidentally came out to my Bible to the.
I accidentally came out to my Bible.
I came out to the class of Christian kids, and then that was rough.
Good job.
Mhm.
That's like the worst place ever.
We live in Texas. It's always the worst place. I think East Texas is supposed to be the worst too.
I've never heard anything about that stuff.
I've heard rumors. Sounds a bit just random shit.
I thought you were supposed to have questions for me, Dan.
I usually have questions. I got questions from my mama, and they're sitting over there, but I just can't get
I
them.
ain't your mama, so I can't answer those questions now, can I?
Eliza, how did I act when I was a baby?
Let me tell you.
Did you, like, whenever you were younger, did you ever identify yourself as a tomboy? Like, because that's just the word somebody said.
I hated it. For some reason, and I don't care if other people call themselves tomboy, but since I was young, I hated being called a tomboy. I didn't get it called much, because I was actually pretty, like, I usually had long hair when I was young and all that. I remember this one girl that reminds me of a really good part of my life. This is a small part of my childhood I will always remember. She said, "You're not a tomboy, you're a tom girl." And I was like, because when you're a kid, being called like the opposite gender is like death.
You know who OC looked like? iDubbbz.
But yeah, that was like probably one of the best things I can remember from my childhood, and one of the only.
I know that my mom told me this. Whenever I was really young, I'd get upset. But I know whenever I was very young, I used to get upset whenever they separated groups into boys and girls.
Yes!
Because I'd be like, no, I want to be over
so
there.
much. Because I'm too submissive to be like, go over there. I'd be like, I want to be with the girls. And it was so, I swear, in junior high, they really, that seemed to be like their favorite thing to do. Alright, we're going to walk to this one destination. Boys over here, girls over here.
And you float to the ceiling.
No, I dropped to the ground. I'm too depressed. But I remember walking over to the girls' side and looking over because all my friends, they're 2 guys, I think. And I would just look over like,
That's my high school too.
and miss my friends over there like, But I remember I was such a sneaky child. When we were trying to get through the doorway, it would sort of get really close to becoming one blurred line, so I kind of shimmy over and be like, "Hey, nice," to my friends. And then I had to quickly shimmy back over and be like, in the girl line.
But I'd always get mad at that when I was a kid, and as I got older, like, I accepted, like, you know, what society told you, saying, like, it's a girl, you have to exactly be like that.
Oh, I never accepted that.
I'm
too much of a problem child for this world to accept that.
I accepted because, like, I didn't, like, I guess a little bit of me was the submissive type, like, I just didn't know how to fight against it. Because it was words that, like, I never have had. I wish I had the words I have now back then. Because I feel like I would have really gotten my point across. And only whenever I started, like, there is an exact moment that I'm going to make another video for, of, like, where I really started questioning myself, and, like, there's got to be something different with me. Because I can feel it, I just don't know how to put words into it. But, only then did I start really figuring myself out. And
what grade was that, junior
I
high?
was in middle school, and I think I was in 6th grade. 6th or 7th grade. And
God, I was a baby.
I'm 3 years older than you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I meant smaller than I already was.
I'm not that much older than you.
Yeah. I was a freshman and then you were a senior, and it's like, whoa.
I'm a college dropout, don't worry about it.
I'm a pre-college dropout.
Did you ever tell your like grandparents or like your grandma, I guess specifically, anything about being gender fluid?
No.
Really?
I think my grandma kind of knows something's up.
Yeah.
either she knows some. I think 'cause she's a lot more accepting than my grandpa is. Like she's more okay with gay stuff.
My grandpa just likes to lean over. He's like, "Did you hear about that gay stuff on TV?" And then I'll go silent or something else.
But, so I think she either kind of knows something going on or she doesn't, and she's just letting it happen either way.
Yeah.
Because she bought me my boy undies, so, you know.
It's a very big step. He bought me my boy undies.
She bought me my boy undies.
I told my mom first because she was the first person I trust. She told my dad. My dad cried and got upset.
Yeah.
And I told my grandparents, and they like. I think at first they didn't really accept. Grandpa was okay with it right away. He's just like, you do whatever. He's from a different age, and he's like whatever the times are calling for, and Grandma just had a little bit of trouble with it first. Hold on, a little bit of trouble with it. Huh?